Wind power throughout the world is on a phenomenal growth rate. In 2009, the U.S. added nearly 10,000 megawatts of new wind generating capacity. That's equal to 3 large nuclear power plants, enough to power 2.5 million homes. This new energy industry means new jobs, jobs that require unique skills and specialized abilities. Every 10 turbines needs 1 technician to maintain them, and just as the wind farms are growing, so are the options for students who want to break into this exciting new field. Kalamazoo Valley Community College is leading the way to meet these demands with their Wind Turbine Technician Academy.
There's other great wind curriculums around the country, but most of them are targeted at that 2-year certificate.
This program is just 26 weeks.
It's 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's just like a job. It's very intense.
It is intense, designed to get students into their new jobs much quicker than any other school. To make sure they're prepared for the real world, the Wind Turbine Technician Academy became the first school in the United States to be BZEE certified. That means the curriculum these students follow is set to the highest standard available in the world.
Europe and other major parts of the world that are into heavy wind development have looked for technicians with this BZEE certification because they recognize that the manufacturers, the original equipment manufacturers, like the Vestas and the Gamisas and those, they are the companies that said, this is what we need if we hire an entry-level person. So our curriculum was developed basically by the industry, for the industry. And they review that curriculum 4 times a year as an industry and decide if it's still relevant or if there's pieces that need to be changed. So it's a constantly evolving, improving curriculum to meet the needs of the very industry that these guys are training to work in.
Entrance to the Academy requires that the students complete an application process that demonstrates their aptitude for the work, fitness for the physical demands, and a willingness to travel. Each student must pass a climb test to make sure that they're able to work at height. The Academy uses a combination of classroom theory and hands-on lab work, always stressing the importance of safety.
The lab is definitely the most critical piece of it. That's where the learning all comes together. You can learn theory all day long, and I'm actually a big proponent of theory because without the theory, you don't have that intuitive understanding of why things work. You're not able to diagnose nearly as well when things go wrong if you don't have that theory. But on top of that, even more important, I believe, is being able to go out in the lab and prove that you can actually do the hands-on work. And we've got definitely one of the higher end labs of any wind school in the country.
We went out and we bought an entire used turbine. We bought the tower, we bought the blades, we bought the nacelle, we bought all the electronics, everything that could go with it. You could literally put it together, put it up in the air, and it could make electricity. That's how complete it was when we bought it. And we put it inside the lab underneath a 5-ton bridge crane. That's all variable speed, so it's the most close approximation to one of the cranes that you see sitting back here that we can do inside the lab. So real parts in the lab, real parts in the field. That's the connection that has to be made for an effective training program of this type.
Field work plays a critical role in this program, and KVCC is unique in the real-world experience they offer their students at the Wind Turbine Technician Academy. Crystal Flash Renewable Energy is the first educational partner to work with the program. They feel that opening up their wind farm in Mackinac City to the instructors and students is an important chance to help the industry and to help the school.
I think it's very important. The wind industry is growing tremendously. There's a lot of need for employment out there for good technicians. There are hundreds and hundreds of megawatts of turbines that are out there that are coming out of warranty as we speak in the next coming years, because the industry is just developing so fast that there will be a need of these good technicians out there for a long time ahead of us.
Crystal Flash Renewable Energies has agreed to let my colleague Tom Sutton and myself actually be the primary first call maintainers of these machines and do everything from the biannual maintenance to if something comes up during the interim that needs to be addressed too. We may have to come up here and actually, again, these are real producing turbines, and we're actually doing the work on these. Because we're able to do this, Crystal Flash has also enabled our students to be able to come with us on service calls. So that's where the real value of it lies. And again, students being able to work on real turbines and do real service calls, I think, is absolutely invaluable.
On this routine maintenance check, students were part of the team that discovered bearing damage that required much more in-depth service. It's another unique learning opportunity for these KVCC students as they help dismantle and repair 2 large-scale turbines.
I mean, nothing's going to beat the field work. I mean, getting up there and actually doing it, there's nothing that's going to, you know, that sets this place apart, I believe, with taking us up there and showing us the right way. And I mean, the lab, yes, it does work. It teaches us the basics and gets us our understanding of what's going to be happening. But till you get up there, I feel that sets this place apart from being like, it's a whole different world up there.
Up there, at 265 feet, it can be a dangerous world. That's why safety is a key element every step of the way at the Wind Turbine Technician Academy at KVCC.
We're talking great heights and you know, hazards. People can be simply blown overboard out of the nacelle, out of the top of the tower, and they're fall hazards, and they're higher electrical hazards than on regular job sites. We're talking about an enclosed, a small environment, working environment rather than a workshop. It's effective working where it minimizes the downtime and optimizes the capacity factor of a wind farm. That makes these wind turbine technicians, makes them very valuable for operators.
These safe, well-trained technicians will play a key role in any turbine operator's bottom line.
For an owner-operator that's looking to hire a qualified technician, our program has demonstrated repeatedly through their hands-on here at Mackinac and in the lab that these technicians know what they're doing when they go in there, that there's less of a chance of increased downtime, loss of availability for the turbine, because they have been trained in that way. They're not learning as they go. They've already learned that, they've practiced it, and they've proven it.
The BZEE curriculum, along with hands-on fieldwork, teaches what the industry expects the students to know, and now these students know what to expect of the industry.
They did an excellent job of showing us what the industry is going to be like. We're actually doing the job, you know, before we have it, and right down to how long and how hard we're working too. Tom's worked us hard, 12, 14, 16-hour days, and that's typical in this industry. And so we've been out on the site and we've done the job, so we've got a great idea of what to expect.
The students expect long days and exciting, challenging work, and they also expect jobs. The KVCC Wind Turbine Technician Academy has them on the right path, and they are spreading the word.
I already have a job offer. I'm not even done with school yet, and it's actually a very good one. Plus, just the instruction you have and the very small class size, just in general, it's just a really well-rounded program to get into.
I've already steered 3-4 people this way, you know. I'd say if you want to get into it, come this way.
Everything that I've experienced here, including being with my classmates, has been a wonderful experience. And I can't wait to go into the field.
Kalamazoo Valley Community College enjoys a growing number of industry supporters that help get these technicians into the field and into a growing industry that needs their skills. Miller by Spirion Fall Protection Equipment has provided the students with a full array of state-of-the-art fall protection equipment. Furlander North America has recently developed a working educational relationship with the Academy as well. Furlander has installed 2 2.5 megawatt turbines in the Stony Corner project owned by Heritage Sustainable Wind. Under the supervision of the trained instructors, students will have first-hand exposure to this cutting-edge technology that will set them on a path to success as wind turbine technicians.